Like I don't know, like I feel like you could pass as like Brazilian or South American, you know what I mean? Anything South American. You look like us, huh? What do you guys think? What
I don't
do you
know.
guys think?
I don't know.
Let me know in the comments. Well, it is what it is. Have you ever been in a threesome? Yeah.
I found his old
This guy's OnlyFans. Sounds not really sexy, not this haircut, but you know what I mean. All right, welcome back to another episode of Digging Deep. I'm your host, Arnie Vic, and today I got a special guest with me, the owner of one of the strongest gyms in the West Coast, Jungle Gym. I got my homeboy, Romus.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
How you doing, Romus?
All good, man. All good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate
Dude,
this, man.
thanks for coming, man.
Pretty sick, honestly. This is dope.
This spot is pretty legit, man. It was like, I was like so fortunate to find out about this place, man.
hmm
It's so random how I just turned out to like start podcasting, eh?
Yeah, I was going through my Instagram. I'm like, whoa, what's up, man? Like Arnie's got his thing going on. Shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, basically, because like ever since like the whole COVID thing,
Yeah.
like there's like I've just had so much time. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Just because, I mean, you're in the fitness industry. I'm sure like you felt it too. Like you like things slowed down. Just have so much more free time, and
Mhm.
just this free time just was killing me. I had to like fill it up with something, right?
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
fell
Fair
into
enough.
it.
Yeah, fitness industry definitely took some sort of hit during COVID.
Yeah,
We were fine for the most part, which is awesome.
yeah,
But I find that whatever COVID did,
yeah,
especially in the gym community, it amplified what people already believed in,
yeah,
prior.
yeah. Well, the thing is with your gym, it's like very like community family based. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like these big box gyms,
Mm.
like I feel like eventually they're just gonna be, I don't want to say like obsolete, but like
Yeah.
people are gonna gear towards like these studio gyms because it
Mm.
has more of that family feel, and
That's true.
it's like more like niche oriented. Like for
Yeah.
yours, it's strongman and powerlifting, right?
Yeah, fair. I think there's good and bad to that. Like, yeah, we do have a solid community,
Yeah,
but at the same time, because of that uniqueness, that nicheness,
yeah,
um, times like this, there's going to create some sort of divide between the people, right? Which
yeah,
makes it not so comfortable for everyone,
yeah,
right? Because right now, for the most part, everyone's together.
yeah,
Everyone just wants to lift. Everyone wants to do that.
yeah.
But then you'll have some sort of outliers every now and then to be like, hey, I don't like this, and people disagree with each other,
Mm-hmm.
which happens more, I think, when the gyms are smaller,
Yeah,
when everyone knows each
closer.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
closer together. A
hostile.
little, no, not hostile, but just like things are just more within reach with each other. In a big box gym, people could say this, people could say that. Nobody gives a shit,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But in small gyms like this, it's definitely more involving for management,
Yeah,
right? We're more involved and invested with the clientele, which
yeah,
is a great thing.
yeah,
It's a great thing. It has good and bads because I get to know my members more. We get to know our people more. They get to know us more.
yeah,
Hard times like this, the best thing to do, I guess, is just to try to communicate with each other as best we can.
yeah.
Try to compromise on some things if we can,
Mm-hmm.
and just overall just keep the doors open. That's
Yeah,
all it is at this point, right?
yeah. So, in terms of like hard times, what would you say is like crazier? Was it more like hectic? Because I remember when you were moving into the new
Yeah.
jungle, you were going through some like hectic situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like, yeah, I remember, dude, because I was helping you out like
Yeah,
that
you
time,
were.
and
You
then you
were, man.
told me about that hectic situation. I'm like, so
Yeah.
like, how does that compare to like this whole COVID thing? Like, do you feel like
Yeah.
because of that like
Mhm.
situation, it kind of like got you like ready
Ready for
for
any battle?
for battle? You know what I mean? You know?
Oh man, well, the move and this current situation, they're the same and different at the same time.
Yeah,
They're both stressful
yeah,
because in the previous old jungle to new jungle, the move was like in a day and a
yeah.
half, 2 days,
That was wild.
right after the meet. We had to get everything done and settled just so people could lift right away,
Yeah,
right? We had to do like moves like during midnight and stuff just to get within that certain amount of time, just get people lifting again the next day or the day after,
yeah,
right? With this one, it's more affecting, I'd say, it's more affecting the members in a way that it affects their camaraderie in a lot of ways. Because when we
okay.
moved, everyone was like together. Let's do this.
Yeah, yeah,
We're all a team for the
yeah,
most part, right?
yeah,
Now, like, yes, we are still a team, which is awesome. Great, I love it.
yeah.
But between the people, it gets a little bit tough,
Uh-huh.
especially if they don't agree on things.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, what I find that's good about that is that people communicate with each other even better,
yeah,
right? And yeah, you could see one person on the right, one person on the left, but at the same time, when they're at the gym,
Mm-hmm.
they're always going to cheer for each other, which is what I love about these small type of gyms, right?
Yeah.
And did it get me ready for be battle tested? Yeah, in a way, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, in a way.
Because like now your tolerance to stress is like at like a different level. You know what I mean? It's kind of like lifting. You know what I mean? You like slowly like progressive
Build up,
overload,
yeah,
right?
Get me some RPE 10
Get-
or something. All of this stuff, yeah.
What would you say this whole? What would you rate the RPE of this whole Corona pandemic thing in comparison to,
Oh.
any other stress that you've gone through your life,
In my life,
in your life, or just like in like work scenarios in general. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's one of those things that if you can overcome,
Mm-hmm.
you can apply to anything in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Like you say, lifting, life, relationships, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like if this thing doesn't knock me down, nothing will,
Yeah. That's true.
right? And I'm lucky to have like the gym
Yeah.
and the people there, a solid business partner. We've always had to have each other's backs.
Uh-huh.
Although we disagree on some things, which is fine, which is normal. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're always just the team,
Yeah.
right? And we're always just trying to look out for the gym at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Fuck. You asked me about an RPE, if I would choose.
Like an 8.
Yeah, an 8.5 in some ways,
In some
but in a
ways.
lot of ways, it's also a deload.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a deload. Yeah, I can feel you. on that.
Because like the days are longer and all that because it's much less busy
Yeah.
compared to pre-COVID, right?
Uh-huh, for
like
sure.
we're still I'm thankful that we're still getting members and still getting busy,
Yeah.
right? But in comparison to before, where we were trying to plan meets, plan strongman competitions, workshops,
Yeah.
etc. There's none of that going on right
Because
now.
you guys are pretty huge in terms of the strongman and powerlifting community. You guys hold meets, both in strongman and in powerlifting, So, like, in terms of, like, publicity-wise, like, it's just, like, kind of affected you in that way. So I guess
We're pretty lucky, honestly,
Yeah.
that we've already hosted
exactly.
some meets and shows
Yeah.
before this whole thing happened. That kind of got our name sort of out there,
Mm-hmm.
right? I learned a lot of things. I fucked up on a lot of things
Yeah.
when trying to learn how to run events like that, right? But that's how the process goes. And
Yeah.
as each meet happened, it got a little bit less stressful, a little
Yeah.
bit better, a little bit better. And that's just the way it is, right?
Mhm.
Now, nothing's going to come off really
Smooth.
smooth at the beginning. No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Nothing is really worth, like, it's not, when you look back at it, you kind of want to see, like, where I messed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
you see the progress.
Yeah, and even as a gym owner
Yeah.
itself, right? Like, I'll be the first to say there are some decisions that I shouldn't have made.
Uh-huh.
I'll be the first to say that, but I'm trying to rectify those now,
Yeah.
and at the most part, trying to learn from them, because nobody's perfect,
Yeah.
right? Especially especially in this industry,
Oh, for sure, man.
it's very easy to just slip up and like call it a day,
Yeah.
right?
How did you fall into this whole, like, opening up a gym thing? Was it spontaneous and you just kind of like, all right, I want to make it happen, so you made it happen? Or, like, was there like a phase in your life where you just kept thinking about it, and eventually you did it? Or how did you, like, jump in and just said, hey, I want to open up a gym?
A bit of both, honestly. The opportunity came at the right time,
Yeah.
which was great. But prior to that, I was looking for somewhere that's niche to powerlifting, because a good buddy of mine, Mike, he used to own a really good powerlifting gym,
Yeah.
PR Strength,
Mhm.
and then it dissipated in time. Not their fault, but because of that, there was nowhere to train really. You
Yeah.
got the community centers, you got some places all the powerlifters are everywhere around
Yeah.
Richmond and Vancouver, some
Yeah.
places like that. So I thought, man, it'd be awesome if I could have a spot for myself.
Yeah.
It's just have people come here. And then the right opportunity came when, I remember the previous location
Yeah.
of Jungle, they were looking for someone to lease their gym part, because there was a tennis academy, there was a squash, there was pool, but then there was a gym.
Uh-huh.
They needed someone to sublease that.
Yeah.
So through a friend of a friend, I got contacted. I'm like, hey, I'll take that on.
Yeah.
But then, if you remember correctly, that spot was on the second floor.
Yeah.
so we couldn't really deadlift.
Yeah, I give like heavy deadlift.
Yeah,
too.
we used to deadlift, and then like people from downstairs, from the pool in the office area, come up, give us dirty looks.
Yeah.
It was all the way in the back. You could ask some of the old
It was a
OG
trippy
members from
dynamic,
that,
man, because you had like the older people playing table tennis and stuff
yeah,
like
they
that.
were able to.
Yeah, and
oh,
like
there's,
and like kids in the pool, you just hear some powerlifting.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, 5 more.
Yeah, there you go. You got 250-pound guys walking around shirtless, and then you got
Yeah,
like
dude.
4-year-old kids
It was
playing
trippy,
like
man.
in their pool wear. Right?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, it's lit.
yeah. So that was a big problem having it on second floor.
Yeah,
So finally, there was an old racquetball court at the same building.
mm-hmm.
It was like in the corner
Yeah.
somewhere. Nobody really cared about this old racquetball court. It was nasty.
Yeah,
It was gnarly. You remember that?
Yeah, I
was-
do.
was
Like a
where-
dungeon.
Yeah, that was
but
the
it had
dungeon.
that fucking vibe, you know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
so we took that.
yeah,
Yeah, we took that. Me, Chris set up his strongman stuff there. We put some powerlifting stuff, all that stuff down there, so people could deadlift and all that.
yeah,
So for a while, we're like, yeah, this is awesome. We
Yeah.
got our little dungeon. It was smelly. It was weird, man. It was hot during the summer. cool during
yeah.
the
I
winter.
remember that. Yeah,
But then next door, there were people playing table tennis, old like 65-year-old guys playing. They'd walk in, bring the music down a bit, and come back. You know, and we're like, oh shit, that's
that was trippy, man. Yeah,
So when that happened, we knew it wasn't gonna be
Long term.
there for long.
Yeah.
because it's hard to mix those two.
Oh, for
It's
sure,
hard to
man.
mix like
It's like day and night. You know what I mean?
yeah, and then it's hard to mix those crowds.
Like having a studio beside a library or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is, right?
Yeah.
And you were there, man. You were at Old Jungle. You
Yeah, I
know
was-
exactly what it was like.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah. So then we went to New Jungle. Finally, we moved there. We found our own spot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So since then, it's been great. Like
yeah,
I can't really complain too much considering what's happened, and
yeah.
we're just thankful to be open.
Yeah,
right
man.
now, man.
That's lit,
Not gonna
dude.
lie, Yeah.
Hey, you're Filipino, right?
Yeah. No.
What do your parents think about opening like a gym and like and especially with like this whole coronavirus thing going on? Because
Yeah.
bro, honestly, my parent, like my
Yeah.
mom specifically, dude,
Yeah.
she's stresses out like tenfold. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you know how like Filipino parents they like stress for
Yeah.
you over shit that you know that you're not that you shouldn't be they shouldn't be stressing out about. You know what I mean? So like, how did they feel about you like opening up a gym and?
Well, when I graduated high school, my mom was like, "So which nursing school you going to?"
Of course, man.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which I did apply for nursing school, and I got
No
in.
shit, what?
I got
Really?
into nursing school, man. Shit, yeah.
Yes.
But in my first year at university, I switched to bio.
Yeah,
Then in my second and a half year, I switched to psych.
yeah,
So that's what I ended up doing my bachelor's in.
yeah,
And psych majors don't get jobs.
yeah,
So yeah, psych majors don't get jobs. So I
Yeah.
started personal training on the side.
yeah.
So that's what got me more into fitness.
Oh, sick.
So that's where it started. I worked at Steve Nash too, actually.
Yeah, I
So
remember
in the
that. You were
beginning.
talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, like back in like 2011, 2012, I think.
Yeah,
So then, one thing came after the other. I decided to want to open up my own spot. This and that happened, and Jungle happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your parents are super like chill with it. Like
my
they're like,
parents, yeah, like now they are.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Now they're like, oh, okay, that's awesome. At the beginning, they were very hesitant. Like I don't blame them for that. It's just nobody in my family's ever like
Taking a big step like that.
made that decision, right?
Yeah.
So they were pretty hesitant at the beginning, but they were supportive.
That's good.
At the end of the day, they were really supportive.
That's awesome.
And I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, even to this day, they're still supportive. So that's
Did they ever come to come out to the gym? Have they ever been to like a powerlifting event?
No, I don't
Powerlifting
think they
meet?
knew about powerlifting before that.
Really?
Yeah, everything
They're just like, oh, gym is gym, right?
is bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
Everything is bodybuilding.
Yeah, everything is bodybuilding
Yeah,
today.
right?
Yeah.
Everything's about people doing snatches and stuff. Oh, bodybuilding, you know, people doing deadlifts. Oh, bodybuilding, right? That's like,
yeah.
to the regular folk, or like not all regular folks, at least to my parents, everything
Yeah.
was bodybuilding. So
Yeah.
that was it.
Speaking of bodybuilding, you're doing a show in June, eh?
June, yeah. That would be my second. I'd hope to
This-
be much more conditioned than I was in my first one.
Yeah.
The first one was
What show is that one in June?
The one in June is Van Allen Showdown.
Oh,
It was supposed to be last December, but it got pushed because of COVID.
yeah.
Which in a way is good anyway because I wasn't as
You weren't ready.
prepped.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ready for that one.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like this one's 20 weeks out today. It would be. I hope that'd be good.
Are they having a crowd there, or is it gonna go virtual?
I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea at all.
That's-
Like, I would hope that it would be at least something similar to last year's Dan City Showdown, where there was no spectators, sure,
Yeah.
but at least you were still on the stage and everything, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to have a hype crew.
Yeah.
That's part of the experience. Just like powerlifting, right? You watch and people like do their max lifts. It's all about the hype.
Yeah. So since this is not your first rodeo as a bodybuilder, how did it feel the first time going through your first prep?
Tough, man. Like
Were you in the process of opening up Jungle at the same time going through a prep, or?
no, Jungle was already open.
Okay.
My first show was in March 2019. Yeah, and Jungle opened January 2018. So I was well into more than a year after Jungle opened.
Yeah.
I was going through my first prep. I had a sick coach, dope, Lou. He really helped me out because I really had no idea.
Yeah.
Right? I really had no idea. My buddy Eric, he really helped me with posing.
Yeah.
I really appreciate him for that. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no, Jungle was already up and going.
Yeah.
I got a bit of flack from some of the powerlifters for doing a bodybuilding show. Not gonna lie, but you know what? It's fine. Yeah, it's all like in good humor.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You do you like bodybuilding over powerlifting? Is there like one you favor over the other, or is it just?
I've done more of powerlifting than bodybuilding. I'm still very green in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm still very green in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Powerlifting, I'm not super seasoned either, but I've done more of that than.
You're more active in the community than.
In a way, yes,
powerlifting
yeah,
then.
because most of my members are powerlifters, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, in that sense, yeah.
Yeah.
So the only way I could really judge if I like powerlifting or bodybuilding better if I do the same amount of shows versus the same amount of meets and see where I'm at or what I feel passionate for. Because I
Yeah.
love both of them.
Yeah.
I really like both of them, right?
Yeah.
How about you, man? Like you've done both
Dude,
yourself.
I've juggled through so many things, man. I've done freaking like functional athletic.
Yeah.
I've done bodybuilding, powerlifting. Honestly, like when I used to do powerlift, bro, like my ego was like way up here, bro.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous, like retarded. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that.
We'll cut that out later.
But like my ego is ridiculous, man. I thought I was on top of the world, and then like all these injuries started happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hit a certain age, probably like 20. I don't know, man. I want to say like 25.
Mhm.
But like my first injury was like when I was 17, which was sciatica, which was like pretty bad. Like I couldn't feel
Mhm.
my lower body for a bit. But then after that, like I was just prone to injuries after like 25. Like yeah, so now it's just bodybuilding just because I can still look like I lift, and at the same time I'm not fucking killing my joints. You know what I mean?
Sure. Your CNS is thanking you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It's then like when I do go back to like compounds and like heavy lifts, my nervous system is like, dude,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You should probably chill a little bit.
Not to say that bodybuilding training is easier than powerlifting, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's just it's more difficult in its own way versus powerlifting is difficult.
Well, the
in its own way.
nutrition.
Yeah.
You know what I
the
mean?
Nutrition is much more dialed in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
The rest times are much more dialed in bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Being able to hold back in bodybuilding
mm,
for me is personally like one of like the toughest like things to like grasp on, because like I originally was like, I guess you could say a powerlifter. I would like to do like competitive lifts, like I even like to do like cleans and stuff like that too. So like I come from like a competitive background, so I have that edge to want to do stuff, right? But like with bodybuilding, it's a lot like like volume, tempo,
true,
stuff
true.
like that.
A lot of eccentric.
Yeah, exactly, and
Yeah.
like keeping your joints healthy. You know what I mean? And like when I get that little burst of like ego, that confidence, I just like. I can't, like, it's like a drug. I just like, all right, I gotta send it. You know what I mean? So like that's that's like my biggest weakness when it comes to just like bodybuilding. But I do like bodybuilding. I do like, I am planning to do a show in October, the Van City Showdown. Keep me accountable for that. I'm still gonna do it, even though I'm going hard on this podcast.
There you go. You'll do good, man. You'll do good.
Yeah, man. I remember even like when I was at Jungle, you're like, yo, you should do a show. You should do the show.
Yeah.
I always held back, man.
Yeah, you were doing physique. You were gonna do physique, right?
Yeah.
You were gonna do an INBF show or something, right?
I was gonna do the, I think it was the INBF. Yeah, it was the INBF show. Yeah,
I remember that.
I was gonna do it, but then I don't know. I phased out of it. But this time, like I said it on camera, so no, this time I'm gonna do it.
All right, you heard it here first.
or second.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying. So now I gotta do it, right?
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask, with like, cause I know when in terms of like bodybuilding, you gotta go through like around like 4 or 5 weeks out, you start to really like dial in the nutrition. You know,
Yeah.
your body fat is dropping, your fats are dropping, so like your nervous system, you know, the way you think is just like not as like on point as
Mm.
say if you were just eating regularly. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a
I
pretty
get what you
hardcore
mean.
deficit.
Yeah, when you're on deficit, you start seeing things like to that extent.
Did that
In
affect
my
like any
experience,
decisions like that you made with like
I was
business and
definitely
stuff like that?
good thing while I was doing that prep, there wasn't any major big business decisions that was going to happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It was in March. We didn't move till like late April.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I was saved from making any giant wrong decisions business wise.
Yeah.
It's because I could just focus on prep.
Yeah.
That being said, my prep, my coach at the time, he made it in such a way that I didn't feel like I was dieting as much,
Yeah.
right? Because it was a very long prep, which I think is good. The
Mm-hmm.
longer it is, that you just lose weight slowly,
Yeah.
so that you get adapted to it pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
So that really helped.
Yeah.
So that really helped. But I'm hoping this prep, it's going to be more. I'd hoping to come in much more conditioned, so I'm gonna have to dial it in much more.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling in those last few weeks yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Cause I like
We'll see.
for myself when I get hungry, man, I
Yeah.
get cranky, dude.
You gonna hit cranky?
Like I remember when I used to wrestle back
Yeah.
in high school and I'd have to cut weight.
Yeah.
Like during training camp,
Mm.
probably 2 weeks out from competition, I was like super like antisocial.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to talk to anybody.
Really?
Cause yeah, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you've gone through it too with prep where you like get so hungry. Like if you feel like if you say one like word, it'll just trigger you for no reason. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'm like
Oh.
that, man. So that's why I think that was a big reason why I kind of held back from the
Really?
IMVF show. But this
Mm.
time I think I'm more dialed in mentally just because I've done I've done a couple mini cuts now,
Yeah.
right?
That's very awesome, dude.
So like I've touched it a bit, but I've never touched that 4 week out, 3 week out, 2 week out type thing. You know what I mean?
I'm the opposite from you. Like the hungrier I get, the more chatty I want to be, because then it distracts me from wanting to eat.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Because otherwise I'd just be thinking about food. If
yeah,
I'm talking to someone, if I'm doing an activity, I stop thinking about it.
yeah,
That was my last experience anyway. So
yeah.
we'll see more in this upcoming weeks. I'll give you a little shout out, like, hey man, this is what's happening right now. I hate people.
Chicken breast and mustard. That's
Well,
it, right? 20 weeks out though, right? So it's not
20
like
weeks. No, I'm still having a beer.
yeah, yeah. That's so true. I totally forgot to realize that.
Yeah,
But I'm drinking the water.
I mean, it fits.
It-
I pre-calculated before I walked in when you offered it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do it.
Oh, so you're doing it like straight macros, right?
Yeah, right now I'm doing macros. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm counting my macros, counting my calories.
Yeah,
Which for me is is very sustainable for me,
yeah,
because I'll like pizza every now and then. I'll have burgers and such, but if it fits, it fits.
yeah.
Uh,
Are you a type to crave?
yeah, I do. Sure, I crave all the time, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Sometimes I'll give in, sometimes I won't. I'll try to give myself like, hey, out of the 5 times I crave, I'll say yes once or twice.
uh-huh. What would be your first meal after like a show?
I haven't even thought that far ahead. Oh, but honestly,
I guess it all depends when you're craving,
oh
right?
man, buko pandan.
Whoa, whoa,
There you
whoa!
go, right?
That's wild.
Honestly, yeah, that's the one.
That's like a carb up.
Oh boy, yeah, all the way.
Bro, I haven't had that. I haven't had a buku pandan in so
Buko
long.
pandan,
I've
Do you-
heard that in a while.
Yeah, oh man.
Do you eat a lot of do you eat Filipino food?
Yeah, all my parents. Are
Honestly,
Filipino.
I was so surprised when you said you're Filipino. You do not like. I'd never guess you're Filipino. To be
It's
honest.
probably just the hair and the. I guess
Yeah,
now
man, it's the
beard.
beard.
If I get my hair short and stuff, I probably look much more Filipino.
Where were you born?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Born in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, that's trippy.
Spent 15 years there. Man, a lot of Filipinos in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Filipinos in Saudi. Spent 15 years there, moved to Canada in 2008. Stayed since.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you speak Arabic?
I
Is that
speak Arabic, yeah.
fluently?
Right now, not as fluently, but I'll get by.
Yeah.
Right, I'll get by. Put me there. I'll probably.
Have you
probably
been back
say-
there ever since?
No, I haven't.
No?
I have not. I'd love to get back there. I just want to see. I still have some people there that I want to talk to and see
Yeah.
from high school or I guess elementary school.
Yeah.
But
Is there like a big like fitness community out there?
When I was there, no.
Yeah.
Or maybe because I wasn't as involved. I didn't
Yeah.
know about it. For all I know, it could have been big the whole time. But right now, Middle East, anyway, in general, I find,
Yeah.
just talking to my friends over there, and even just like looking online,
Yeah.
fitness is exploding in the Middle East.
Oh,
Because a
fitness
lot,
is
yeah,
exploding everywhere, man.
yeah, true. The reason, especially in the Middle East, is because a lot of places don't allow bars
Yeah.
or clubs,
Uh-huh.
right? So
It's
people
illegal there, right?
yeah, in a lot of places it's like that. When I was in Saudi Arabia, it was like that.
Yeah.
So what would people do? They'll just work out,
Yeah.
right? And that's their like social time. They're chilling on the gym all the
Yeah.
time, you know. They'll spend like 6 hours there, just like a regular powerlifter. But anyway, but
Just like a
Just a
I
regular
swear,
powerlifter.
powerlifters do a full shift, hey?
They do a full shift, man. Yeah.
What's the workouts like compared like between like powerlifting meet, prepping for a powerlifting meet in comparison to prepping for a show?
The peaking is different because
Like for sure, right? Like in
Yeah.
terms of like lengths wise.
Oh, lengthwise, yeah. I spend much more time in the gym powerlifting than bodybuilding.
Yeah,
My building, I'm there hour and a half maximum doing pump work.
yeah,
But then I'd still have compounds, yeah. But if I'm just doing straight powerlifting prep,
yeah,
with the coaches I've worked at in the past, they gave me some pretty intense stuff, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you'll like most powerlifting programs, most cookie cutter powerlifting programs anyway. You'd start with high reps with low amount of sets, and then as you go deeper into the cycle, you're dropping the amount of reps that you do but increasing the weight dramatically, right?
yeah,
And then you potentially test and then take a deload, etc. Yeah, but other coaches do it differently, but from what I've seen, I'm no expert in any way, right?
yeah,
But from what I've seen, that's how most cookie cutter programs work,
yeah.
right?
Do you find the transitions from one program to the other like transferable? Say like you like finish off a powerlifting prep, like is any of that prep transferable to you going into a bodybuilding prep? Do you like have you found any like correlation between the two?
I think so, yeah, because you put on, for some reason, I can speak for myself, I put on a lot of depth into my physique while powerlifting,
Yeah.
right? You're just a thicker person
Yeah.
powerlifting, right?
Yeah, you're just more of a unit,
Yeah,
right?
you're just more of you're just like a big blob, not blob, but like you're just a thicker person.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure how to say that properly, but yeah,
Just
you're
more solid.
you're just
Yeah.
a thicker person when you're for powerlifters, which then when you shred down, try to reveal what's underneath.
Yeah.
That really helps for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But in some ways, a lot of powerlifters I've seen online anyway
Yeah.
that do bodybuilding,
Yeah.
they have very developed backs, they very developed legs, but then some of the little muscles that need to be developed for bodybuilding aren't as developed because they don't work it,
Yeah.
right?
But like a thick back, thick chest, thick legs,
Yeah.
like
Not
feel like-
necessarily the chest even. Like I've seen some powerlifters who have really not huge chests but big benches,
yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
they have massive backs and legs because I guess 2/3 of the movements, squat and deadlift,
Yeah.
are involving your back.
Oh man, there's some like little
Yeah.
units out in
Yeah.
jungle gym, dude. It's, like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like, yeah, man. There's like these like low key looking dudes that you'll never guess, but like that bench like 3 plates. And,
Yeah.
you go in that place and
Yeah, and
you
they're like
know?
100 pounds.
Yeah,
Right? They're walking
dude.
around, right?
I remember training my clients there before, and like I forgot who it was, but there's this like one Asian dude, and he was like deadlifting like 5 plates, like, and then he had like a nonchalant face on, you know what I mean? And he was like doing that. I'm like, whoa, what
Yeah,
the?
any commercial gym, most commercial gyms, not all. There's some commercial gyms like that's incredible.
Yeah,
Like, people don't touch that kind of weight in any commercial gym, mainly because you're not allowed.
yeah, hell yeah.
Mainly because you're not allowed. But yeah, it's intense. Like how deceiving in strength powerlifters can be just walking
Yeah.
around, right? But then you'll have these freaks who are really great at both.
Yeah.
Right? They look like they lift and they do lift.
Oh yeah,
They do lift
yeah.
heavy,
Like
right?
the strongman
Yeah.
dudes, right?
No, just like powerlifters and like the powerlifters, but they look like bodybuilders.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
jacked and ripped to the T. I am not like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have that genetics now.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta grind for it, right?
and if I did nothing today, if I stopped working out tomorrow, I'd be like 280 just to blow.
Yeah, is that what you naturally are? Is like what do you play? Like, what was your background? Like, what sports did you play? Be
I played tennis.
tennis or
I played
okay?
tennis very competitively back in the day. But even then, as a tennis player, I was heavier.
You're
Too
heavier.
heavy for a tennis player, right? I'm the same weight now as I was in grade 11.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you're stacked when you're in grade 11.
No,
eh?
it was a different. It was different. Like, it was a different. Like, I feel like I've put on much more usable muscle now, but when I was grade 11, but I was just always like a heavier kid.
Yeah.
That's just the way I was. Filipino diet, man.
Filipino diet.
Filipino diet, man. You should see my parents on prep.
Oh,
I can't have that. I can't have that. They're like, why?
Yeah, dude.
You
Yo,
don't like my cooking?
do they get pissed when you don't eat their food?
Oh, they get it, like that it's prep, but jokingly they'd be like they'd be jokingly offended.
Yeah. Do they ever try to cook your food for you?
When I visit,
When
I don't live at home.
Oh,
but,
nice.
when I do visit, they'd always like my parents would love to cook for me, and that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. No, my parents have seen how I like when I did my mini cuts. Like,
Mm.
well, I'm still pretty flexible,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. It's pretty obsessive when you gotta like measure everything. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
imagine
it is.
your parents walk into you and you're like scaling out your sauce and stuff like that.
Fair.
So it's still pretty like
But that's good and bad though, because I don't know. Like in my mind, I don't think weighing in everything is that much obsessive because people check their
Yeah.
bank accounts.
no, for
Every
sure.
day.
Oh, for sure.
People, shower for the most part every day.
Yeah,
Why not see what you're eating every day?
that's true.
Right. And once you start getting the habit of it, it's not really that
It isn't.
incredible. Yeah.
It
Like
isn't.
you would know when you did your mini cuts, like you'd miss a day of counting and be like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Well, I still kind of scale my food even today. You know?
oh, sick. That's sick.
Yeah, like just but like when it comes to like the carbs, I do it intuitively. But like
Yeah. And it's really hard to count Filipino food in your macros.
oh man,
How are you gonna put sinigang in my fitness pal?
oh dude, my friend actually does that.
Really? How do you put sinigang?
So
in
he
Fitness
scale,
Pal?
so he cooks the chicken
Yeah.
and he uses chicken breast
Oh.
for the sinigang. And
Yeah.
what he does is he'll this is what he does, right? He'll
Yeah.
get the chicken breast, right? From the soup, and then he'll just put it in his bowl, right? And then he'll measure that out, and then he'll just put the soup after.
Mm.
Because the soup is like, I don't know, I guess there's like not much calories in the soup if it's using chicken breast, right?
That's true.
So it just
Yes.
but like
Well,
that's
a little less
But
fat.
like the
A little
sodium
less
and
fat.
everything from the like.
yeah, but the sodium, like you're not really you don't even
Yeah, sodium like it affects you and it doesn't at the same. Well, it affects you.
it
yes,
depends how
but
deep you are in your prep too, I guess, right?
fair.
Right?
Me, I've always had somewhat high sodium.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd cramp up. Otherwise,
Yeah.
like if you're doing cardio without salt, you're just kind of like, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And you
Right.
get shitty pumps too,
Yeah,
right?
you got shitty pumps, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just me though. I know some people they'd go like less than 100 milligrams of sodium a day, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that, man? It's intense.
Well, for me, I notice when I start to have too much sodium, I get like stomach aches and stuff like that. I can't.
True, same. I fall asleep after a bowl of ramen. I fall asleep. I'm like,
Oh, dude, I'm in
Ramen's,
the.
like,
For
deep.
me, I'm in the
Filthy
washroom,
shit.
man. I'm in the, every time I go to pho or something, you know,
Yeah.
like that soup base, it just like punches me in the stomach, and I'm just like, I gotta go to the washroom right away.
You ever go to like Vietnamese places or Malaysian places? I guess if there's many around. I've been to a couple, and they start speaking to you in Vietnamese or Malaysian. Because
Yeah?
Filipinos look we look very similar
Uh-huh.
to that type of Asian, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
Well, you probably get a few, man, because you can pass us a few things, right? I feel like you can pass us a few things, right?
I can't pass for like white or black.
No, no, I mean, like you know, like I don't know, like I feel like you can pass as like Brazilian or South American. You know what I mean? Anything South American. You look like us. Huh? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Romus Pinoy.
Can you speak? Can you speak to that? 'Cause I think we already asked you that.
Yeah,
but
I can speak Tagalog. Man.
fluently.
I can speak Tagalog. Man.
Damn, I am freaking jealous, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't speak it at all.
Really? Well, you probably grew up here, hey?
Yeah, but you didn't grow up. You grew up in Saudi Arabia. Do they speak Tagalog out there?
Well, there's a big Filipino community down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
There's,
uncle lives out there.
Yeah, a big Filipino community, and also like my parents spoke to me in Filipino
Tagalog?
and my grandma did.
Yeah,
So it was just kind of there. It's nice to know.
dude, it's
Absolutely.
awesome to
It's
know,
nice to know,
man.
man. It's nice to
Sometimes
know.
like I'll meet other Filipinos and they just like give me that look like
Really?
yeah yeah. I'm like
Dude.
like are you born here? Are you born here? Yeah, I'm born here. He's like, can you speak it? I'm like, no. And they give me this like You're so
Go
decultured.
back. Go home for like 6 months. Come
Go.
back. Work on a rice field. Come back and then see what happens.
Have you ever been to Philippines?
Yeah. I've been there.
When was the last time you've gone?
It was my cousin's wedding. I think 2017.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
2017? Yeah, I think 2017. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that the fitness community out there is actually, dude, I feel like fitness in general is like blowing up.
Yeah.
Because of like,
It's awesome.
what is it? I guess like it's like
Oh,
social media, right?
Yeah, it gets really trendy, and I think it's a turn for the better.
Oh, for sure, man.
I think
Hell yeah.
It's a huge turn for me. My cousin actually owns a couple of CrossFit gyms in the Philippines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Where in the Philippines?
I think Manila, QC.
QC?
Yeah,
Quezon City?
it's called CrossFit Ortigas.
Oh,
He's the
cool.
owner there. I've been there. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's good shit.
it's sick
It's
there,
good
man.
shit. CrossFit workouts are tough. People
Oh,
give
man.
them shit, but it's tough as hell, man.
Oh,
Okay.
man. You're-
Yeah,
I've-
that's tough. If
one of
done
the-
properly,
yeah.
that shit can kill you.
Bro, man. Okay, so the first time I ever had a teamwork, or yeah, I did a team. You know, like when you work at Steve Nash, they do team workouts and stuff like that. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did like team workout that was led by this one trainer named Axel. He works at another gym now. But yeah, man, that was the first CrossFit exercise workout I ever did, and like walking into this, all I did previously was straight bodybuilding.
Mhm.
Yo, man, I like think I puked a good like 4 or 5 times by the time I was like finished like the CrossFit workout. I was like
Really?
all shaken up.
Oh,
But the thing is, like, it's not that the workout was hard. It's that like bodybuilding just not conditioned me for any of that. You know what I mean?
I tell you though, you could probably use CrossFit more in real life than powerlifting or bodybuilding combined.
Yeah,
You know, you could transfer over to real life stuff,
that's true.
right?
That's true. I mean, if you look at like how like say like Russian army guys, like how they train, it's like kind of like, I don't want to say like
I think I saw a Joe Rogan podcast.
They do
like
some
that.
crazy things, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
like they'll take CrossFit to another level. They'll like start lifting logs.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean? They'll start,
boy.
yeah. They'll like actually use like real life shit. You know what I mean?
Damn.
They'll like wrestle bears and stuff like that. Yeah, Russia's next level, man. They take CrossFit to another level out there.
Well, isn't the world's strongest man right now isn't from Russia. He's from
Iceland?
No. Poland or Ukrainian? One of those
Yeah.
Eastern European countries. And he doesn't look like a huge dude. He's
Yeah.
probably like 6'1" or 2.
Who did he recently beat?
He beat
Hull? No.
No, Hall's not competing anymore. I wasn't following too. Okay, oh shit. He beat. I think he
I
beat
know what you're
Thor
talking about.
and Shaw, but he just looks like a regular guy.
Oh yeah, Shaw.
Oh,
He beat
sorry.
Shaw. That's what he beat. Yeah.
Sorry, regular guy comparison to the other strongman.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think I know who you're
Right.
talking about. He's a little
Yeah.
bit shorter, right?
he's like young. He's like 2021 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
22 maybe.
And he's
Yeah.
fat. Like he's like pretty. Like there's a. I forgot what race it was, but I think I forgot what it was. But he was pretty fast too
Yeah.
for a strongman, right?
Yeah, he looks like a lumberjack.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I
just
know what
like
you're
a
talking
regular
about,
guy.
man.
Yeah,
That guy's
yeah.
a beast, dude.
Yeah, he's the world's strongest man right now. Young,
And he came
like,
out of nowhere too, right?
I'm not too. I don't follow strongman too quickly. I'm not sure if he's won a bunch of things before that. So there's a lot of hype.
Yeah,
I just know that he won. I just looked at it. I was like, shit.
yeah,
This guy just looks like an off-season bodybuilder almost, right? Just
Yeah.
chilling out, right?
yeah,
But compared to these 6'9", 6'10" monsters, he just looks like a normal dude. But
Yeah.
he beat all of them.
yeah,
That's intense.
yeah, for sure. Have you ever done a strongman competition?
No, I have not. I want to.
No, I feel like you've never done one.
Never
But
done
you've held a couple,
We've
right?
held a couple at Jungle Gym, yes.
So like, how do you prep for like? Do they, for like strongman competitions? Do they tell you the events that you're gonna do, or like is it just like a toss up? It's like, okay, you're gonna hold 2 pieces of lumber today. All of a sudden,
They tell for strongman competitions, from what we've held, I can speak from that. Is they'll tell you what events there are a certain date before the competition.
okay,
Not very long, maybe I think it was 4 to 6 weeks or 8 weeks like that.
yeah,
But for the whole prep throughout the year,
yeah,
you got to be strong at everything.
yeah,
And then only like X amount of time before the show
yeah.
or the contest are you given the events.
So that's crazy because then you can't really train. You can't really specify your training.
No,
to,
you just got to be strong at everything.
whoa,
Which I think is dope.
that's
You know
raw.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's raw. Because like the
Yeah.
thing is with like powerlifting and like even Olympic lifting, it's like strategic. You know what I mean?
True, because powerlifting has 3 lifts and all lifting has 2.
Yeah, and like the weights you choose to use like on your first and second,
Yeah.
you could choose. You depend on like what everybody else is lifting that day
you
too.
can,
Whereas
yes,
like
you can.
strongman is like you're either lifting it or you're not lifting it, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I think one of the things that plays factor into that is the weight classes too.
Yeah.
The weight classes for weightlifting and powerlifting are like 10 kilos apart, like 8 to 10 kilos apart. They're not huge amounts, right?
Yeah.
Whilst and the ones we've hosted at Jungle, the strongman ones is like you're a light heavyweight, you're a middleweight, you're a heavyweight. Anything else in between, that's like 60 pounds in between. You could be the, you know what I mean?
So
there's no Wilks, there's none of that, right?
Yeah.
It's just like whoever has the.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's straight like that, eh?
Yeah, straight up like that.
Damn.
From what we've hosted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up like that. Hey, like. That's it.
So basically, the bigger you are, like, the
Sorry.
better. I mean, the better for your body is for the.
I guess the bigger.
Because there's no Wilks, you know what I mean? So
Yes,
you might as well be huge, right?
There's definitely an advantage to be bigger in your weight class, I think.
Yeah.
Whilst.
I mean, the more weight you carry, the more weight you should be able to carry.
Mass moves mass in most cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for this new world's strongest man guy. He's less. I think he's less than 350 pounds. He's less than 300 pounds, I think, but I could be wrong.
No, yeah, I seen him. He looks like he could play a sport or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
When these other guys, they're walking around like they're like, you know what I mean? They like have boulders as arms. You know.
And imagine a Filipino strongman.
I don't know, man. That's tough, dude.
Wait. Frank's Filipino.
Frank? What?
Frank, I think he's Filipino.
Is he?
I think he's Samoan.
Who's Frank?
He used to work out Jungle. He works out at Throne now. A good guy, really dope guy.
Yeah.
Is he Samoan? I don't know. But anyway,
He's putting us on the map.
If he is, then yes, he is.
Yeah.
Putting his out there. Yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty much like one of the. I actually heard what do you call it? Strongman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've known strongmen for a while now, but like the first time I ever seen like strongmen were at your gym, and it was so trippy. But going back to that conversation of like the Trippy Dynamic,
Yeah.
Because I remember, I was training a client upstairs, right, and then I think there's a tennis. I don't know, but there was like another like group of kids that were like training there.
Yeah.
And bro, this guy just bald dude. I think with like I don't know. He had a beard. Like this.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. What
Yeah. So like it's so trippy, man. I'm training my client, and then there's like these kids walking around, and this unit, bro. I don't know how tall he was. Maybe like 6'8" or something, bro. He walks in, just like huge, man. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's a unit, man.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, like, and then like, and I thought to myself, like, this guy must be like one of the strongman dudes that lift downstairs. And I think that was like the first time I've ever seen a strongman dude. And I didn't, you don't realize how big these guys are until you actually see them in person, hey? They're pretty freaking huge, man.
Yeah, they're large people.
Yeah, dude.
But they're fast as fuck, so careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For strongman compared to powerlifters are much more, I feel like, personally, more athletic overall.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Because I feel like the events in strongman are just a lot more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that competitive sense, you know what I mean?
All that stuff, right?
The yoke walk, the stone thing.
Yeah.
That stone thing is tough. I remember trying that thing. Oh man, bro, like I don't even know how you do that. I think
I've tried it a few times. It takes a certain technique to it, but I've never competed strongman.
Yeah.
I do it for fun, but it's definitely a technique.
Yeah, well, I seen them like wrap their forearms with
duct tape.
So it is duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape, and then they put tacky just so they could stick onto the stone.
That's next level, man. I was wondering. I would watch events and like I'd look at the guy and I'm like, is that guy wearing duct tape on his forearms? So I guess so. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do people train with duct tape on their forearms?
Sometimes they do. I think one of the reasons because tacky is really fucking hard to get off your skin.
Yeah.
And you use baby oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's intense. Yeah, and it's
tacky.
Tacky. It's like I don't know what it's made of, but you heat it up and you put it on your forearm. And your shoulder, it's just like it's sticky. Yeah.
Well, that's what's crazy about Jungle Gym is it's so different from other gyms. You walk in, there's dudes, you know, there's like units in there, you know. Yeah. Some people got their forearms taped up. You got dudes smelling the salt, like you got you got the music bumping, you know, everyone's just hyping each other up, you know what I mean? It's freaking awesome like that,
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good. We're not the only gym like that right now in the mainland.
Yeah.
There is a few.
Yeah.
Which I think is great for the sport.
Same here.
Yeah, I think it's great for the sport.
Great for the community.
Yeah, great for the community and overall. And it's really hard to find these niche gyms right now.
Yeah.
Too. Right now, powerlifting wise at least.
Yeah.
You got jungle, you got throne, you got blacksmith, bar, kraken, a few other things, but like
Yeah.
very like in the grand scheme of things, not very much. For strongman particularly, I don't know. I think it's just us and throne at the moment.
Yeah.
Unless there are other gyms with other strongman stuff I don't know about yet.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but it's very niche.
Yeah. And you guys have built a really like solid community around this whole like powerlifting and strongman thing. So like how big is like building a community when it comes to like opening up a gym? Like how important is that in terms of like business wise and just, you know?
I think it's huge because most of what makes a niche gym or a small box gym like that is the atmosphere in the community.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that the atmosphere you get at Jungle is very different from what you would get at a commercial gym.
Oh, for sure.
Incredibly different, right?
Yeah. Day and night.
Day and night. And I would train at Jungle over these commercial gyms.
Yeah. As pretty as they are, right?
Yeah, they're pretty, don't get me wrong. And there's nothing wrong with them. For a certain type of person, that's great.
Yeah.
We attract a certain type of people too.
Yeah.
No right or wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the hype is different. You gotta love the hype. You've been there, you know what it's like the hype. Once you get a taste of that hype, it's just don't go back.
Yeah.
So like a lot of our members actually commute to Richmond. Like a lot of people are from Richmond.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't live in Richmond.
Yeah.
Right. And then a lot of people come from Kits, from sometimes North Van, sometimes other places, Surrey, that New West, just to come train there.
Yeah.
And that really touches my heart, man. That makes me feel good about what the gym's about.
Well, you guys built a culture, you know what I mean? I feel like, there's a lot of people like that are wanting to like look into like starting a gym or like getting into like, just gym or fitness industry in general, but they don't understand like building that community, that, like that family oriented space where like people feel comfortable to do whatever they want and aren't scared to ask other people for help and this and that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's so overlooked when like just opening businesses in general, right? Right. So
I think so. Yeah.
Would you say like building that culture like plays a huge role in like a lot of the success that you've had in with your gym or with your brand or whatever?
I would say we're not quite. I won't say successful. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Like we're in a good spot. I'm happy and I'm proud of where we are. Right. But to get us where we are now, yes, you're right. Absolutely right. Culture is incredible.
Yeah.
Culture really drives the mindset of the people there. Right. And most of the people there think the same.
Yeah.
In terms of their training, they want to do their thing. It's a happy place.
Yeah.
Right. Some people just go there to hang out sometimes. They don't. Sometimes they'll lift and they'll hang out for an extra hour and a half, 2 hours, just to chill with the other people. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's great.
Yeah. In terms of like business wise, what do you think is more important? Would you say the numbers or that culture?
I'd take the culture over the numbers any day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Because right now we're like in the grand scheme of things, our gym's still pretty small. Right.
Yeah.
And neither me or my business partner are making a huge killing out of the gym, but we just like it so much.
It's just
straight
passion.
It's fun. I enjoy it a lot. Right?
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like work.
It's kind of like what I'm doing with this podcast thing too.
That's
right?
awesome, man. And I'm really proud of you for starting this.
Thanks, man.
Sick.
Dude, I mean, I kind of look up to you for like opening up a gym. It's like a tough industry to, like to get into, and like you're young. You're my age. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, dude. Has anybody ever said like, "Yo, Romus, man, like you're new in this, and like you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
You're not so wild in the powerlifting community. You're not, like how you're too young to do it. You know what I mean? You don't have you heard that stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, biggest thing for me was when I said, I'm gonna open a powerlifting gym. They're like, have you been to Worlds? Have you been to nationals? Like, how strong are you? What's your numbers? Right? That was one of the biggest things when I started telling people, hey, I'm opening a powerlifting gym. They're like, oh, how strong are you? Which I'm all right. I'm okay for strength honestly. But in the powerlifting world, I'm not like anything huge.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
No, far from it.
Uh-huh.
Right. So someone who is like mid-tier or even like below mid-tier trying to open up a gym specified for powerlifting, I got a lot of people telling me, nah, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, I bet, man, for sure.
I did, not gonna lie. But I guess that honestly, a few of those people have been to the gym. So yeah,
that determination. You just had that determination in you, right? Did you have that in you where you're like, you know what? You like kind of use that as like energy, like, you screw this guy, man. You know what? I'm just gonna show him what's up.
It did play a role to an extent. Yeah, it did, dude. It did.
Yeah.
But one of the main things that really helped the gym to become where it is like you said, the culture.
Yeah.
Like I would have failed the day I opened if the people weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And people weren't there for that type of gym.
Yeah.
Right? The people who helped me. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be there without those people.
Yeah.
If I was just solely by myself, I wouldn't be here. I'd be probably, the gym would have died a long time ago, right?
Yeah. So you'd say like it's the community that keeps you going with like.
Yeah, the community really supports the gym.
Yeah.
Right.
Keeps it going.
Yeah.
Keeps you motivated.
Yeah, it keeps me right. It's trying. It pushes me to train.
Yeah.
Etc. Right. But that is what it is.
Have you had moments where you've lost motivation? And
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first year was rough, man.
Yeah. How's that like?
First year was rough.
A lot of like mental battles.
The biggest thing is to try to balance a powerlifting gym.
Yeah.
In a community center.
Okay. Yeah.
That's that. Yeah. I mean. Right.
Like, you managed it though, man.
I tried like.
And you held like two. Was it 2 events out there or one? I think it was
one powerlifting meet.
One powerlifting meet.
Yes, one powerlifting.
And it was huge, bro.
That was the first one Jungle ever had. Yeah. For that powerlifting meet, I honestly fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say, but I learned a lot of things from that meet, right? But at the end of the day, it went smooth.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I learned a lot from that, and even now, I've just so much more. I'm still learning every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
No.
Do you get shook by like mistakes or like when you hit a wall, or you know what I mean? Like when you hit speed bumps.
I would, but then I'll try to like move on from it as soon as I can get over it, right?
Yeah. Are you at that point where you're like, okay, it's just another headache? I've done this before. I could.
For a lot of things, yes.
Yeah.
For a lot of things, yeah. Like, oh, this isn't something I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of things also that I haven't seen, and I don't know how to deal with.
Yeah.
Right. But that's part of the journey of owning a business, right?
Yeah.
And what's awesome is that like after the second year of me opening Jungle Gym, I end up with a business partner.
Yeah.
He came in after the second year of Jungle. Scott.
Scott,
yeah.
Scott. Yeah.
So
Scott's
he's really like. He's really been good at that because I haven't been as active as I did in the beginning in running the gym, owning the gym. I still am. I'm still there almost like 6 days a week.
Yeah.
But because I started flying school, I'm not able to have my whole focus on that, and that's why he's also there, just making sure everything's solid, right?
You're pretty active, not in just like the gym, but even outside the gym. Like so. From what I remember, you were into acting and doing extras or something like that. Stunts.
More stunts.
And then on top of that, you're doing flying school.
Yeah.
And then you're like working another job on top of that before as well, or something. I remember you were juggling quite a bit when I first met you, right?
Oh yeah. When you and I first met, I was bouncing at nightclubs.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, Jungle wasn't really making crazy amount of money at the beginning, so I started to like, like some sort of ends meet, right?
Yeah.
So I was bouncing, and then
how'd you get into doing stunts? That's pretty
started
wild.
As an extra.
Yeah.
Just like in high school, part time, and I did a bit of this, a bit of that. Nothing crazy, and even for stunts, I haven't done anything like incredibly crazy yet. Like, I did one WWE commercial last year.
That's pretty cool. Yo, that's really cool, actually.
I think that's the biggest thing I've done so far.
Yeah.
WWE commercial. I did an Air New Zealand one.
Yeah.
But as like there are a lot of stuntmen out here, and they've done like high budget movies, which I haven't even touched. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
So respect to them.
yeah.
It's just something I do on the side for fun. It's
Uh-huh.
not like my main thing. My
Yeah.
main thing is trying to be flying. I was trying to. That's my main thing right now. I'm trying to focus on it.
On flying.
Yeah, I want to try to be a pilot.
How when did you get into that? That's pretty cool.
When we moved to the new location of Jungle,
Yeah.
that's when it started. That's when I started.
How did you get introduced to flying? That's pretty trippy.
Well, like, I got to a point where, okay, Jungle's being all right so far. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I want to try out different things.
Yeah.
I went on one fan flight, which is like a flight for fun with an instructor one day. I'm like, yo, I want to do this.
This
It's sick.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's sick.
it's dope. Yeah.
So you're the type. You seem like you're the type to like something and just pursue it right away, like no hesitation in between. You just like I like it. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I guess. But it's also backfired for me a couple of times.
Yeah,
right? But yeah,
like
right,
in
like,
what situation?
like for the gym and stuff, it didn't backfire. It's awesome for stunts and like for film, like for flying. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's backfired for me. Like, and what did I try one time? Oh, shit.
You're just a hobbyist, eh?
Yeah, I'm not amazing at anything. I'll just do this and
see if
that.
you like it.
A few different things for shits
Yeah.
and gigs, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I started trying a YouTube channel. I
Yeah.
deleted it now. But yeah, I thought I'd just try to get into that. It fucked up bad. I didn't get
What?
it. I was really weird. I was like, I was awkward, man.
What? Really?
Yeah. This is like fucking more than 10 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad.
How long did that last?
Maybe a month.
Maybe a month.
Yeah, I got sick.
So going back to like how you make the decision skills, like I feel like that's like a really good trait as an entrepreneur though, you know what I mean? Because like you don't, like there's a lot of people out there
Mhm.
that have these ideas in their head,
Yeah.
and they just
And a lot of them are really good
Yeah, a lot of
ideas.
great ideas,
People
but-
just don't follow up on it.
exactly.
Right, that's the main thing. Great ideas, but a lot of people don't follow.
Is
up
that
on
a trait that you've always that was always in you, like, or like was it something that like built on over time, or
it? Or just like going for things.
yeah, just like going for things, not even thinking about it, you know what I mean, just doing it just
For-
because you want to do it?
For me, the best decisions I've ever made is the decisions that where both my heart and my brain agree on it,
Yeah.
which rarely happens. It
Yeah.
happened for the gym, happened for flying. Like my heart and my brain are like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
But if I find myself in a situation that's not like that, then I would say I'd just try not to
Yeah.
deal with that. But yeah, answering your question, yeah, I just, if the wind goes west, I'll go west. Wind goes east, I'll go east. That's pretty
Nice,
much
man.
me,
No, that's
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah. For good and for bad.
For good and for bad, but for
Yeah.
me, most of the time
You're
it's
right.
good, right? You know?
It's worked out so far. I'm still alive. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I remember that was like my first tattoo was like that. I was like, yeah, I want a tattoo.
And you just went for it?
It's a cover up now. Okay.
I guess that's one of another one of the times that kind of backfired on you too.
yes,
right?
and yeah, definitely. I found out the hard way. Don't cheap out on a tattoo.
Oh man, when you're younger, you're just like, I want to get a tattoo. I just want to look badass, right?
Yeah.
I want to look cool. Yeah. I've had that. I've gone through that phase where I wanted a tattoo, but now I don't know if I could do it. I'm pretty like weak when it comes to like pain like that. You know?
Get one on your neck.
If I could, I'd get one on my face. You know,
Filipino flag.
Filipino flag right on my forehead, right? It's like right there, or like the
Right.
3 star, the big star and the 3 stripes.
That's where I'm from.
Right? Yeah, that's where I'm from, right?
That's so funny. Imagine.
That'd be wild. That'd be next level.
Yeah.
That would be next level.
Actually, when I showed my mom my first tattoo, I have her birthday on it.
Yeah.
119. And that's something I added on at the end. I
Yeah.
was like, hey, put my mom's birthday on it so that if I show her, she wouldn't be so mad.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
She was pissed, or
Oh, she was upset. Like, yeah. Like, she was like, oh, what are you doing?
How old are you?
Oh, early 20s.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Oh man, my parents.
Yeah.
Oh man, they'd probably rip on me for how much I spent on the tattoo first, and then
Yeah, true. That's why you got to go to the Philippines for tattoos, man.
I guess.
Yeah, it's good work too.
Is it
Good art.
for good value, right?
Yeah, good value. I guess anything.
Yeah, I guess anything out there, right?
Yeah.
For us, for our first world to go to third world to buy anything, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I still wouldn't get. I would not get a tattoo.
No, that's cool, man. No worries. Like it's just a hobby thing.
Yeah.
If people want it, cool. If not, it's not a big deal.
So for somebody that just like has like that attitude of just like, okay, I want to do this, I'm just gonna jump into this. What do you have to say to like people that, you know, like are holding back to their ideas because they have these like little doubts, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because for you, like like you said, you had like people saying, oh yeah, you're not strong enough to open up a powerlifting gym. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You know that you've had people trip in the back of your head telling you this and that. But like, what do you have to say to people that, you know, like that let that stuff get to their head and like hold and have that stuff holding them back from what they want to do?
Yeah. What I got to say to them?
Yeah, because I mean, like that's like a pretty strong trait to have, man. Like in my opinion,
Oh, thanks,
bro.
man.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Because I know a lot of people. You know, they have all these like amazing ideas, like, you know what I mean, but there's always like something in them that are just like
Yeah.
that they're insecurities,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
it really holds them
Well,
back.
what I can tell them, people like that who have trouble like taking that extra step, is that you will regret it more if you don't try,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
At least if you do try and you fuck up,
Mm-hmm.
hey, be like, hey, I tried it. No, man, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then I don't want to spend the rest of my life thinking, oh, what if I tried this?
yeah,
What if I tried that? What if I tried this? What if I tried that? Yeah, you know what I mean? Same thing with like, it applies to everything, like business, school, like even asking a girl or a guy out,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's thing. Just, you know, shoot your shit, man. What's the worst that could
yeah,
happen?
shoot your shot,
Shoot
right?
your shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, yeah. The fear of rejection is much less scary than the fear of regret for me. For
Yeah.
me, personally.
Yeah.
I'd rather not, yeah, that's it.
So you're not scared of rejection?
Hmm?
You're
Yeah, I am, but I'm afraid of rejection, yes, but I'd rather face that than regret.
Then
I'm
regret.
more afraid of regret.
Yeah.
Regret.
Regret.
I'm more afraid of regret than rejection. I'm scared of rejection too,
Yeah.
but more afraid of regret.
What made you be like so afraid of this? Have you had a situation in your life where you've like, you know, you've regretted not to do it so bad with
Yeah.
now? Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing tennis pretty seriously.
Yeah.
I was trying to play tennis very seriously, and then a couple of colleges in the States
Mhm.
tried to reach out to me.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to get some sort of scholarship, and then some of them came back to me like, "Hey, come try out for the team, etc." Right? And I ended up not doing college tennis,
Nice. What
and
the-
I regretted it at the time a lot. I
Yeah.
was like, "Wow, shit, this sucks." Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I did that. Right? Probably a lot different than now.
Yeah.
But that being said, if I did take that road, I
Mhm.
wouldn't. Same thing goes. I wouldn't be here now. I'd be
Yeah,
a
that's
totally
true.
different person.
What stopped
Right.
you from pursuing that though?
Well, it's expensive. Even
Oh,
with
yeah.
some sort of scholarship, it's
Yeah,
small in
States, right?
comparison to whatever, yeah. But I knew at the back of my mind that there were ways I could work on the side for that, etc. That would have made it worthwhile, but I didn't want to pursue it
Yeah.
because I thought, oh, it'd be too much work to pursue
Mhm.
it, to do job and school and tennis.
Yeah.
So that was me being a little bitch. Right? That was me being a little bitch.
And then after that, you're like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna dive
Yeah,
into
so
it.
after that was a big heart-wrenching moment for me. I was like, fuck. And then when the opportunity passed, I was like, oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you ever look back at that?
I still do,
Yeah.
but it doesn't control me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not letting it like eat away at me
Yeah.
and anymore. Yeah, I did, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like if I hadn't made that decision, I wouldn't have. Sorry, if I didn't, quote unquote, fuck up in that way,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the determination to,
Open a
try to
gym.
pursue like
Jungle
opening
gym.
a gym, right? I wouldn't have that same resolve,
Yeah.
right? Because when I was opening Jungle, I thought to myself, maybe not, maybe it's a little too hard. But then I thought back to that time, I was like, you know what, fuck it, man. I don't want to feel that again, so I'm gonna do it. Shoot my shit,
Nice.
right? That's what it is.
See, that's crazy. And that's what it takes sometimes is like experiences like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like
Sometimes that's what it
life
takes.
changing, like almost where it gives you PTSD, like
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gut wrenching.
Not true. Whatever. Sorry. If something makes you feel bad,
Yeah.
it feels worse than what something good makes you feel happy.
Yeah.
Not sure if that makes sense.
I think it makes sense. And we're gonna have to look back at the footage and see if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Feeling sad feels worse than feeling happy feels good.
Yeah,
To
okay.
me.
Okay.
In my, you know what I mean? That's,
I feel you. Because I feel like sadness it's not just that day, it's like for a few days or weeks or months, right? Whereas the happiness, you know, it
I
could
would
be
dwell
quick,
more personally on something negative that happened to me versus something
something.
positive.
Yeah,
happened to me,
yeah,
right?
same here. No, I
It's
agree.
just the way I am. It's not the best way to live, I guess, but it's just me, and I'm trying to work on it.
No,
So
no, for sure.
yeah,
That does make sense though, because like in the moment of happiness, like you know, you have all this euphoria, but
yeah,
like eventually that fades. Whereas
yeah.
like
The highs,
yeah, the highs, you know, the highs they'll bounce a little bit low. Whereas
yeah,
like the lows, you know, like you can either choose for the lows to put you even lower, or like it'll just dwell. But you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I would have to say like
yeah,
being sad is worse than being, you know, whatever you just said. You know.
yeah. Well, you wouldn't see someone who's really happy.
Yeah.
Very rarely, sorry, not you would never. Very rarely would you see someone who's really happy with their life try to do something different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it ain't broken, they won't fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Right? That's what I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
But sometimes those moments, you know, break you through to more happiness. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. Right.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like living in bliss, right? Like you're just ignorant of a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do you ever like just like have those moments where you like sit back and you're like, damn, I own a freaking powerlifting and strongman gym and one of the strongest ones in the West Coast. Like, I was actually thinking, like, me and my buddy were working out today, and
yeah.
we looked at each other. He's like, how cool would it be to say that that you own a gym? Or like, how big of a flex is that? Like, do you ever
Yeah.
like just sit back and realize, and you're like, holy crap, I own this place.
I've thought about that,
Like,
yeah, but I won't. I wouldn't like walk around telling people that.
no, I know that. I know that. But like, do you ever have like that? Like, whoa, like I am like you like
Yeah, it's
happy,
I've
like fortunate that you like made this step. You know what I mean?
I'm really happy where the gym is. Where the gym is. I'm
Yeah.
really proud of it.
I mean, like
It
not
means
like
a lot to
walking
me.
around with your chest up like this, like I own a gym. But like
Yeah.
you'll definitely have those days where you're like, damn, like I really like stuck through it, and like I'm happy where I am, and
I
like,
had
this
those
is crazy.
days, yeah. I have those days, and it feels great, honestly.
Yeah.
It does. Like it's good to stop and smell the roses sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. That was the exact
thing,
phrase
yeah.
I was like thinking of.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people go and then they miss out and they forget what they had,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which
There's
I hope Jungle just keeps going.
Yeah.
Or it's been 3 years now.
Yeah.
Right? So wow, it's been 3 years.
There's always like there's some people that, you know, when it comes to business, they're always thinking about improvements, this and that. What can I make it better? But they never like sit back and smell the roses. You know what I mean? When, you know, look back and be like, whoa, I like accomplished this much. Yada yada yada.
And at the same time, it goes both ways too, because some people just stay at that moment, like, yeah, this is cool.
And they stay
So,
comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
They get,
once you get too comfortable, bad shit happens.
yeah. I feel the exact same way, man. You should never feel comfortable, especially with business. Right? You know what I mean? I mean, for myself, like, I've only been doing this podcasting for I think what 6.5 weeks now, but like
It's awesome, man. The
there's-
shit I've seen you on there, that's funny as hell.
I appreciate it, man. I try,
Shit.
but like there's never a moment where I'm comfortable with like, okay, like there's always like things that like I wanna improve on, I wanna improve on, but at the same time, like I try to stop and like remind myself, okay, like we've gone this far. It's only been like some dude. It's like weird, man. Sometimes I trip myself out. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, like even today, bro. Like even today, I was like, man, like I really need to get this audio on point. Like I want to do this and that. Like there's so like, but then I look back and think like, man, I'm only in my 6 weeks. I should stop and smell the roses, like what you said. You know what I mean? Because then,
it's good sometimes. It's good for your head.
yeah, exactly. It's good for your head, you
Good
know.
for your soul, man.
And like that's like the key to like doing something like for a long time repetitively is like, you know, looking back and, you know, like seeing what you've accomplished, but at the same time knowing that there's still
There's
like,
so much more, right? Like
Yeah.
I have more questions now than I started.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure you look at your gym and you're continuously looking for ways to improve, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, right now the biggest thing is just to keep the doors open.
oh yeah. Well,
For
for
COVID,
right
right?
now, like
Just-
during
just
this
keep-
time,
Keep the doors open. man.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
we're so fortunate here in BC, man. Like, do you see like what's going on out in the East Coast and like the
Yeah,
other
everyone's on
provinces?
super lockdown. Right?
It's on lockdown. There's a lot of these like small studio gyms that aren't
Yeah.
able to like,
Yeah.
to like run because of the strict protocols and stuff like that. But man, we're so fortunate to be here in BC.
Mm.
It's like I feel like we're like for now, right now, we're like the capital of like lifting, because like everywhere else is like
Yeah,
closed. You
everyone's
know what I
on
mean?
lockdown, man.
Like
And
all
everyone's, hey, people got garage gyms.
Yeah, but I still have homies that are hitting me up from other provinces, like,
Yeah?
"Yo, man, you guys are so lucky, man. These garage workouts aren't hitting, yada yada yada." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
man.
It's different.
Yeah, it is
It's
different.
different, man. You get that vibe. The vibe is a big thing for me.
Yeah, the vibe, right? The vibe,
I can't get pumped
the culture, going back to culture.
without the culture. Some people do. Some people like the empty gym by themselves, like Rocky. You know,
Yeah.
I don't. I like people around me.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on my days. You know what I mean? If like, if I have a tired day, I would rather walk into a gym that's like, more lively.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But when
lift you up.
yeah,
like this.
well, if I'm in my zone and I'm tunnel vision, like I would prefer.
It's his phone.
Yeah, it's foam. It's soundproof.
Sorry.
ADHD.
Oh yeah, I'm just like all over the place.
No, this place is sick. But yeah, I'd prefer to like be like if I'm like zoned in, I would prefer to like have not a quiet gym, but like enough space for me to
True,
do my thing, right?
True. Which you did, like you had morning clients before, right? Jungle.
Early morning clients, man. Like ridiculously early morning clients. Yeah,
It's insane.
it was awesome. I liked it. I felt like when I was waking up at those times, it made me feel like that invincibleness. Like, oh yeah, I'm like awake before everybody else. But then like
Yeah.
when I get home midday, I'm like, ah.
Oh, it's 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m. All right, bedtime.
Yeah, true.
We should probably wrap it up then,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Do you have any shout outs before we end the show, man?
Shout out to everybody who helped me make the gym what it is. Everyone who supported me. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I literally wouldn't. Right?
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys. Much love.
All right.
Love. Much love to. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, go ahead. No, sorry. I was going to actually just shout out
Much
your
love
gym.
to my family. Much love to my girlfriend. Love you guys to death. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys are ever in the Richmond, Steveston area or Richmond South, honestly, if you're ever in Vancouver and you want to check out one of the strongest gyms in the West Coast, go check out Jungle Gym. What's the Addy?
12371 Horseshoe Way.
Yeah, exactly. So hit up Romus, hit up Jungle Gym, reach him out in the DMs, and go check out one of the strongest gyms. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us on another episode. We're out. Peace. Peace.
Sick, bro.
Awesome, man.